Hello everyone, hello dear kindred. We're back and we are about to play some Sonic 06 with our good friend Polly. Hello.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
I'm a plushie.
You're a plushie, yes.
I am.
See that's a defense tactic. It means that there's no blood for me to drink, so
Exactly. It's a good defense mechanism, I find.
precisely.
That's why it was so easy to get me to do this. It's like, okay, vampire, that could be a problem. Wait a minute, the only thing inside me is gravy.
Yeah. Perfect.
Vampires don't live on gravy or stuffing, it turns out.
Nah, not a thing, not a thing. So yeah, today is actually Sonic 06's 15th anniversary here in Europe, which is why we decided to play it today. So that's fun.
That's a good video games only stream, apparently.
Indeed. Sonic 06 itself was of course released for the 15th anniversary way back in 2006. That's why it's Sonic 06.
Oh wait, what was the year again? Can't remember. Can't seem to pull the date from the back of my head. Okay, I see vampires obviously have very bad memories.
Yeah, well, you know, time gets skewed. You know, it's just like 15 years, 150 years. It's the same old thing back and forth.
Please, somebody tell me the number for 911.
Well, it's different here in Sweden, so.
It's 119, isn't it?
112, actually.
112. All right.
Yeah. Little Garden of the Dead.
Yo, it's Taylor. How's it going, Taylor?
15 years of the best game ever made, indeed. Let's jump over into the game screen. There we go.
You got to do that on Twitch. Play video games. If you either have to play video games or you have to like lick microphones in a hot tub. Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm doing it all wrong.
I'm gonna exit the game just so we can get the proper title screen first. There we go.
Yeah.
The most there's something about this title screen that you just really love because of how it's actually a pretty good title screen. Like it's just like it makes you want to like actually play the game. Like it sells you on this beautiful, colorful world. The actual version of the stage is gray when you get to it.
And look, as much as we can bag on this game, and I think a lot of people do, it's very easy to bag on this game, but this game got banger tunes!
Oh yeah, definitely. Some of Jun Sono's best work, honestly.
Yes.
So that's definitely true. How's the audio, by the way? If anyone could tell us. Hello, Tengu.
Tengu, Gemini.
There's no select on Xbox 360. It's back button.
It's back button.
See, I'm not actually sure how like far behind the chat is.
Oh, I don't think that you're sharing the video screen with me. By the way.
Oh.
On the old Discord. Yeah. I had to flip my.
You are right because I was playing in the OBS window.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, that is a wonderful shot of the Discord I have here.
Can you see it now?
Yes, we're
good.
Good.
Good. Okay. See, audio's fine. There's a mouse pointer right over Polly's face. Oh, okay. Now there shouldn't
be.
It's
fine. I'll just eat it. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, let's
eat mouse pointers and gravy.
Off. I haven't played this game in a long time.
Anything. We're coming in hot and fresh, much like a Subway sandwich. We are not sponsored, by the way.
No, but I do think we got either a follow or a host, but I can't see because I have Sonic 06 above the screen.
What's more important, really? Twitch or
follow.
Sonic 06?
It was Dances with Awoos, thank you.
Ow.
Why doesn't that show up in my chat message though? That's odd. It should. Oh well. These pre-rendered cutscenes straight out of
This is the most Final Fantasy Sonic ever got. It's so good. Everybody bags on this. I love it. I love the pageantry. I love the balls. I love the balls they had to go this big.
It is just wonderful, and we actually remember when, like back in 06, when this game wasn't out yet, and this was part of the trailer, we actually did trick one of our friends into thinking it was Square Enix's new RPG.
It's all right.
Tell the difference, really. If there's no Eggman here, there's no Sonic.
Blessed flames. May we always continue.
I think the audio is out of sync.
It probably is, and that's probably got something to do with emulator, with
Probably,
FMV,
yeah.
I bet. Would not shock me if that was the case.
Yeah, so we're playing this on the Xenia emulator, mainly because we couldn't be bothered, like, finding my copy for Xbox 360 and doing it through Elgato.
I'm not a fan of putting effort into live stream.
But it's also like, we only have one monitor right now, which means that we would have to like switch back and forth, and yeah.
That'd be, yeah, like I only use one monitor myself, and I've gotten used to doing everything that way, but when you're dealing with like a setup like an Elgato and stuff, I think you definitely need a separate monitor for things like that. This Eggman is the best Eggman.
I genuinely like this design for Eggman, like it's so cool.
It's really good. Just please don't ever take off the glasses, sir.
Oh,
I'm afraid of what is under there.
That's a pretty snazzy performance there.
And Sonic's slow.
Yeah, he's taking his time. His first line of this game really should have been, "Oh yeah, this is happening."
Oh yes.
I really wish that was his first line.
Oh, it would have been such a good callback. Maybe Sonic Frontiers will start
there
with
you
that.
Go. There you go. We'll get it. We'll get it. Don't worry. Oh, I love it.
One!
Feeling it. One!
You remember, like, when the E3 trailer that had this cutscene in it first came out, and people were, like, still, like, pretty, like, on the fence whether or not this is gonna be good. But then people got really hyped that Sonic was, like, jokey and, like, tapping his foot on the robots, and suddenly everyone was convinced this was gonna be the best Sonic game ever. And they were right.
They were absolutely right. They were right to have that faith.
Actually, kind of surprised that the loading screens are not notably shorter on emulator.
I was wondering that if emulation would help that at all, but I kind of doubt it.
Sadly, not. Really disappointed actually that the Xbox backward compatibility is not going to have Sonic 06.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with like probably Sega not really.
Yeah.
You know. They completely disavowed this game entirely. This game is persona non grata to them.
Yeah, you can't even like download the demo anymore on the marketplace.
Nah, it's all gone.
The demo that actually had more functional physics than the
because it was from a later version. It was a later damn version of the game that got pressed. It's crazy. This game's got a story, and somebody's gonna write a book one day, and I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, we actually wrote a pretty long blog post about the development of this game. I think in 2015 or something. We wrote it because I think it was Slow Beef that was playing Sonic 06. And had a bunch of questions about the game's development, and we're like, oh wait, we know these sound effects. Guess we should write them down.
Yeah, that's good stuff to have cataloged.
Yeah.
Really would just love. I would love the dev team. Someone on this dev team got stories. You know they do.
You know they do. Yeah. Game is having some difficulties with slowdown.
It's struggling a little bit. Oh, he's a chugging. Look at it go. I mean, it's okay. It's Sonic 06.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody will be able to
exactly.
really tell the difference. You tell the difference between what's an emulator fuck up and what's actually there. You never know.
Errol's wondering what the Persona thing you mentioned.
Persona 5 non grata. Persona non grata. I said that this game was Persona non grata.
Yeah.
I need to gather some information.
Meaning, get out. We don't know you. We took this game out back, put a gun to its head, and said goodbye.
Sonic!
It's always good when your game has had 3 loading screens before the first stage.
I'm glad you're
The
here.
best part is that every time this game loads, it's literally reloading the entirety of Soliana.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single time!
You're going to rescue her, aren't you? Let me help.
I think he's got a point. Trying to get Sonic 06 to run well, even in an emulator. It's no use!
Okay, with your help, this should be a piece of cake.
Actually up the priority of the
I'll
emulator.
do my best.
That should help a
Yeah.
little bit.
Honestly, we probably need to get a new computer pretty soon, because we've been having a fair bit of struggling with several games.
Oof.
Oh,
This is
let's
like
talk
the-
to Roberto, or whatever. his name is.
Roberto!
Oh wait, no, that's not Roberto.
That's not Roberto.
He's over here.
There's our boy.
No, it's Alberto. Alberto
Alberto
Robert.
Roberto.
God. I'm making the ultimate shoes now.
I love the gesturing. I love it. This is how normal people worked in 2006. It's just
Yeah.
how you had to talk. It's just how you had to talk to people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as you mentioned, every time a loading screen pops up, the entire world is being reloaded from scratch, which is why they're always the same length in every area that you get them.
Yep. It's great.
Yeah, so one of the main reasons why this game turned out as it did was basically after having worked on Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, which were all done in the same engine on systems that they had become somewhat acquainted with. They were forced to basically start over on the 360 PS3 hardware without any proper dev kits or anything for them.
Yep.
And then, like halfway through development, the director left the project, took half the dev team with him to make a port for the Wii.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, then when he realized, oh, the Wii cannot handle Sonic 06.
This ain't working.
Yeah, they didn't cancel the project, they just made a new Sonic game instead, and
Yep.
left the Sonic 06, the big anniversary game with all the budget behind it, in half the team that it was supposed to have, on the same schedule, under the
Yes.
leadership of a person who had never directed a game before.
Yep. It's real bad.
Yeah,
I think the loading times are actually improved, by the way.
yeah,
I
it might
think that
actually be.
they feel a little faster to me. Wait, do we got?
Oh,
we got this, like,
oh right,
dash?
I gotta buy it.
You gotta buy.
I forgot the custom shoes only,
Yeah,
only
like-
let me insert the gems into the shoes. I
Yeah,
forgot the lore.
yeah. I like the purple gem that makes little baby Sonic.
Yes!
That one's really good. And you just jump forever because the game's busted. It don't care.
I love the, is it the sky blue one that you can, like, throw that just sends you flying towards
Yes!
it?
You can break the game so bad. It's ridiculous. Alright, Wave Ocean, let's go.
Okay, not an Emerald Coast 2.
Yeah! It's really, like, it's very clear that at some point I think this game was Sonic Adventure 3.
I mean, it sort of is. Like, the problem with Sonic, it's one of those things where, like, I think they got too scared of the name Sonic Adventure to ever use it.
Yep.
Because Shadow the Hedgehog was first called Sonic Adventure 3.
Yep.
Oh god.
Oh, boy!
Slow down.
Oh, I cannot wait
It's
for
like the
Mod
PS3
Speed.
version now.
Yeah! Yeah, we're just playing the PS3 version now. It's fine. I cannot wait for Mach Speed. Mach Speed's gonna be so good.
And then, of course, Sonic 06 is very clearly trying to be a Sonic Adventure 3. And then Sonic Unleashed was called Sonic Adventure 3 at one point in development.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's more that like they probably don't, they know that if they name it Sonic Adventure 3, there will be expectations.
There's so much writing on that name. I think they just need to
it's Sonic 4.
just need to... you can't do that. Like, you made Sonic 4, and that is a game that I had an okay time playing.
Me too.
I'm never going to defend, like, the awful physics. I think that people misinterpret when I say that I like that game. It's like, I'm not saying it's, like, the greatest Sonic game in the world. I'm just saying I had a good time with it.
Yeah.
It was fine. Episode 2 was marginally better in a lot of the right... Oh! Gone! There you go!
That's never happened before.
That's my Sonic 06 right there, baby!
Yeah. I actually prefer Episode 1 to Episode 2 of Sonic 4. I did not like the levels or bosses in 2 at all, whereas in 1...
I think the bosses were like, kind of annoying.
But either way, like Sonic 4 Episode 1, it was an okay game, and I think if it wasn't called Sonic 4, no one would have really found it too bad. You
put so much on that game's shoulders. And you licensed it out to Dimps to do it. You didn't even do it yourselves!
Yeah, but it was because everyone had already said that Dimps should make it because they liked Sonic Advance.
They liked it, Sonic, but they didn't stop to think that, like, does that gameplay style really translate well? Do they really know what they're doing? Do they really know what they're doing with physics? Or are they just good Sonic games for the Game Boy Advance?
Yeah. That's another thing. Sega has not like tried to put out a collection of the advanced games or anything.
Oh, they're never touching those.
Yeah, I mean, Konami just put out the advanced games on HD systems.
That's wild. I
never saw that coming. So
I never saw that coming. But you know, like they were putting those out, and they maybe give it like I have the Contra and the Castlevania collection, anniversary collections, and like they're pretty bare bones aside from the fact that they come with some really cool design documents.
Yeah.
Like the Contra one especially has like the grid papers and shit they used to make the levels for like the original Contra arcade game.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Know, and as the biggest Contra nerd in the world, that was like, yeah, okay, that's my jam. That's good. This stuff might like the emulation and stuff may be as bare bones as you can get, but you put in some effort here, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and if nothing else, it's just nice having the games like available on something.
Yeah. Just like I'm all for keeping things available.
I'm not sure why they put Bloodlines in the Advanced Collection for Castlevania, but I guess they didn't have room for it anywhere else. I guess
they had nowhere else to put it. So just like, yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. Hoping they go back and do a second Contra collection because there are a lot of notable things that they haven't done yet.
Oh yeah, which ones were included in the first one?
Contra, Super C, arcade versions of both of those, and Operation C and Hardcore.
No,
Contra 3.
Oh, okay.
And Contra 3. Yeah, like that is a big collection, but you still need to get those PS2 games back in print.
Oh yeah,
like those
Shadow
PS2
Soldier
games.
and Neo Contra.
Contra.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh! Press F4.
Press F4.
There you go.
Reloading texture cache.
So. My thing with the Mach Speed sections, right, is I think people get mad at these and they're like, look what you did! You made awful Sonic! But I say, like, you know what? They're giving us exactly what people like me, like the idiots that you shouldn't listen to about game design. You're giving me, like, I'm the one that said, man, Sonic 1's too slow. Why is it all boring, slow platforming? So they were just like, so when they made this, they were like, look, here it is. Here's Sonic at freaking Mach Speed. Near uncontrollable. Yeah, I hope you like it.
But like so much else with Sonic 06, in theory, this is a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's why when they ported I think that's why when they ported the Mach Speed sections to Generations, it worked surprisingly well.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's the good stuff right there.
That's the good stuff right there. Can't wait for Crisis City Mach Speed.
Oh yeah!
That's the worst one.
tornadoes carrying that car.
My biggest disappointment when I played Sonic 06 the first time was not the bugs. It wasn't like the the plot holes or anything like that. No, it was that in the E3 demo for Crisis City, when you played as Silver, Silver had a line that, according to the subtitles, was that road might be able to destroy, and that was cut from the game.
Good. So I take it that, like me, you've probably played this game to completion already, at least once or twice in your life.
Many
okay,
times,
so
yeah.
let me tell you how my first go at this went, because I think that it was unique. So I played through the Sonic storyline. We got through that. It was fine. Like, the Sonic storyline, probably the most playable part of the game, really, if we're being honest.
Yeah, probably. It's that or Shadow.
Yeah. And okay, I got to the Silver playthrough. Played that next. I got to a level that I literally could not beat without cheesing it. You had to get a bunch of balls into holes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it, so I literally had to find a way to glitch myself through a door to finish that level.
That's how I did it too.
All right, good. We're on this. We're in sync here. Good. So I finished Silver's playthrough as well. I get to Shadow's story, and I finish the first level. Get to the second mission, and the game crashes.
Oh, wow.
Just dies.
Wow.
Just dies. Big surprise, I know. So I load the game back up, and I go to the character select screen. I go to Shadow's story. It's 100% complete.
Oh,
the game,
damn!
The game died, and I never got to play anything beyond the first mission and a half, and it just let me go to the final story.
But yeah, that tracks, because, like, I think when people speedrun Shadow, or, like, when they speedrun Sonic 06 in general, there's, like, a category. Like, there's two separate categories in it now, because one involves, like, credit warp, which works about the same way, which is just, like, you fall through the world, and then you end up in the credits, and the game is completed. Which, of course that works.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it makes total sense to me. I think Tengu's right on the money too. Yeah, we need a collection of the WiiWare, Contra, Gradius, and Castlevania games. Like, those games are legitimately
Rebirth.
good. The games that
Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth was really cool.
That game's real good. I'm glad that I have that on my Wii, but I also have it on an emulator, so I can never lose it. Those games are really, really good. M2 outdid themselves, and those games just kind of being buried and not on anything at this point. Have to wonder why. You gotta wonder if it's like, did you know that the reason the first Contra game never appeared on any collections or on the Wii Shop channel was because of a clerical error, and someone just forgot to put it in the list of things that Konami has.
Oh, wow. Of course.
For 10 years! For 10 years! The first Contra game was completely dead to the world for 10 years because somebody forgot to write it down.
Yeah, I mean, that just contracts completely. Konami is effectively the Sonic 06 video game publisher.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah,
they really are at this point.
Like, you never know when something bad goes down at Konami, if it's just pure incompetence or someone forgot, or if it's just actual evil actions.
Yeah,
like, it can be any of them, just as likely.
Like, you get to take your pick, No,
it can also be all of them sometimes.
Mm-hmm. It can be incompetence and evil all at the same time.
I think that was an optional mission I just did.
I think that was, yeah.
I just remember that there's a mission you were supposed to do now.
Yeah, I think your loading is way faster, actually.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Yeah. Which, hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that actually makes me wonder if, like... Because if that should make speedrunning on emulator significantly
a lot more viable.
faster.
Yeah. Because I feel like we would be sitting here a lot longer on these if the emulate... Yeah, like that thing, like the little bar only passed the loading thing by like 4 times, and that would be like 12 or 13. But if we were being real here.
Aren't we supposed to...
We gotta get the anti-gravity slide,
Oh,
don't
yeah,
we?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Anti-gravity, because that's what I call my slide move.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
That's one of those, that is such a wonderful. We didn't check the English localization team for this before we wrote it in, kind of thing.
Yeah, it works fine. Yeah, just anti-gravity. That's what you call slides now. You are literally defying gravity when you slide on ground.
I think we make up for our loading times when we hit the slowdowns.
When we chop it up a little bit. It's fine. It's good.
It's gotta be the drawing distance, because
I think so.
It's whenever you move in towards the town. Anti-gravity allows you to use sliding.
There you go. And then you go under that wall that you were at before. Now, if you were to ask me the rest,
if you get a bad rank on the first mission, then you have to do the second mission.
Yep.
To afford it. That's it.
Yeah. And it's easy to get a bad ranking on that first mission because the controls when falling down.
Yeah.
It feels like what is happening? The first time I played the game, I literally thought my controller broke.
Well, it's like Sonic is on like the top of a circle, and when you press down instead of turning around, he just swaps to the bottom of the circle.
Yeah, it's real weird. It's the same way that like aiming in Metroid Dread was weird for me at first. I didn't understand because it's like relative and not literal.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I got used to that real quick because that game's very good.
I haven't actually finished Dread yet. I'm like right before the final boss.
Yeah, best final boss in Metroid history. Holy crap! It's so
I've seen the boss fight. It's ridiculous.
It's the best! I spent 45 minutes getting my ass handed to me, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, I watched my brother play it, and he just kept dying and dying and dying and dying.
Yeah, Ravenbeak don't give no fucks.
Yeah. Really good game, though. Like, it's honestly impressive how much better Mercury Steam got when they were helping Konami make games.
Right? Yeah, because those Castlevania games they made were kind of bad.
Yeah, like I've been playing Samus Returns now as well, and it's good. Like it's really good. I did not expect it to be because I could not stand the Lords of Shadow games.
I'm definitely picking up Samus Returns at some point. Like just that. I know that it doesn't handle quite as good as Dread, but like seeing what Mercury Steam is capable of, I'm like, oh, okay, these guys get it.
Yeah, it very much feels like the prototype for Dread. And in a good way.
Oh right, this boss. Oh yeah.
If we're lucky, we can get the quick kill.
The quick kill is like if the game decides to cooperate, we can get a quick kill.
I was watching a speedrun. I don't know if it was GDQ or if it was just general speedrun 06, and it talked about how Sonic 06 is like incredibly unpredictable in regards to like all the bugs and odd things that happens, but it's incredibly reliable in that it almost never crashes, and it almost never like if you know how a bug works, you can always execute it.
You can replicate it. Yeah, like all of the bugs in this game, you can easily replicate them. Yeah. Like the box thing, you can easily ride boxes out of the world and stuff. Like you can easily do that stuff, and it's great. This game is a fantastic showpiece.
Yeah. But it really just makes you wonder if like they realized like a couple of months before release, just like there's no way we're salvaging this. Let's just polish what we have. Let's just make sure it doesn't crash.
This is the best we can do. We can make sure that it maybe won't crash.
Okay, let's see if we can hit the statue.
Get it? No! Oh, come on!
Yes!
Yeah! That's half!
That's half! The second one is the harder one.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely ridiculous trying to get the second one.
Also, I keep turning the wrong way because I turn with the right stick, which is always inverted.
Yeah, I play the same way, and this game messed me up, and you can't change it.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy 12 on PS2. You can't change the setting, and it's like I wasn't able to play Final Fantasy 12 without being annoyed until I had an emulator to play it on.
Yeah, I cannot. Like, if a game does not give me that option, I kind of can't play it.
Okay, we need to...
Come on.
No, that's not gonna work. It's sliding.
No. Gotta take away your Sonic license now.
Yeah. I used to be good at this game.
Yeah.
if such a thing exists.
I love that. That's something somebody. That is a combination of words that you just said. Oh, that worked. Fantastic. Come on, little emulator, you can do it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
No,
No, never mind. Okay, okay.
Why can't I do the spin dash? Do I have to actually stop?
I think.
Oh
Gabe
no, I'm
decided...
pressing the wrong button.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's X.
Yeah, I was pressing B.
Oh, yeah, it's X.
I was thinking Sonic Adventure buttons here.
Oh.
This reminds me, my brother challenged me to a Sonic Adventure speedrun race.
Oh,
That's
damn.
gonna be fun. We're gonna stream
That's
that at some point.
Does your brother know the speed run?
Oh yeah, my brother's like an actual speedrunner. Like,
Oh,
I might get my
that'd
ass
be good
kicked
shit then.
actually.
Oh, that's good shit then.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's good. It's actually gonna be a lot of fun because like both him and I are
There you go.
we're like neither of us are big streamers, but we have like enough of a following on our own without having like no one really knows that we're siblings. That's gonna be fun to do an actual collab like that.
I used to be good at this game. Ah, yes, the Sonic 06 game testers. You know what?
This game would have been amazing though. Like, I mean, it can't have been fun, but
Something I always wonder about this game is because this game was in development at the same time as Phantasy Star Universe.
Oh yeah,
and I can see certain parts of this game like either reusing code from that kind of same, because I feel that they're using an engine that's either similar, and I feel that there's probably some assets reused like grass and things like that. Like, I'm wondering, and I feel that there's probably scripting for bosses and stuff. Seems like it came
Probably.
like I feel like there's some shared stuff here because I can find Sonic Adventure assets in Phantasy Star Online. Like look at explosions and stuff. Like, I like dumb shit like that.
Yeah, I honestly, big fan of stuff of like asset reuse of that style in general.
Yeah,
because like
absolutely.
that's good. Like save costs, reuse assets. That's good.
Work smart, not hard.
Then again, Phantasy Star Universe.
Yes, that's good.
I mean, if it's gonna steal assets from any game, of course it would be Sonic 06.
Yeah, like, why not? Why not? We take the most boring Phantasy
Ethan
Star
Weber,
game.
the poor man's Edge Maverick.
Oh my god! I don't know if I could go that far. Ethan Weber is a putz, but I don't know that he is Edge Maverick putz. Edge Maverick is my god!
Edge Maverick at least gets shit done.
You got a point.
He committed genocide.
Okay. Ethan Weber got a cool black coat at one point in time.
God. Oh wait, shit. Which button is it? No. Oh, there it is.
That one. That's
the game doesn't tell you unless you go into the question mark.
Oh, good. What was the little girl's name in that game? Limel?
I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's Lemel. Look up Edgy Nappy Time on YouTube sometime. It is. I don't like the word cringe. I think it's dumb and overused,
same.
and I think people that use it are fucking cringe.
Yeah.
Damn it. But that scene literally makes me feel like I'm crawling out of my own skin. Oh, good. I see you got Sonic 06.
Yeah. I mean, you know, why should the shield work all the time when you're holding down the button? That's just too easy, right?
I mean, I think sometimes we take video games for granted, and maybe they want a day off.
It's realistic that magic wouldn't be entirely reliable.
Exactly.
I am cringe, but I am free. I agree.
You know what? I fully embrace anyways. Like, if somebody calls me cringe, I know I'm doing something right because I know I'm having way more fun at life than them. Type of the mechanic that you can use once, but need a meter for 100% of the time. Yep. Yeah, that's about right.
I love the whole power meter thing in this game because the manual tells you how it works. Except the manual is lying.
It's not lying, it's just they wrote the manual thinking that these features would be in there, and then they weren't.
It's like, yeah, all the special moves will use the meter, and you have to recharge the meter by killing enemies. So like, none of those things are true, but okay.
You remember the old force field? They have that in the instruction manual, but it is not in the game. The original force fields from the Sonic game.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they have those as a pickup that you can get in this game, but they are not in this video game.
Yep. Oh, wait, what?
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
That's probably fine. That's how that's supposed to work.
There we go. All the loops in Sonic 06 make me scared though. It's the only Sonic game where the loops scare me.
Yeah, the loops can literally just break.
Yeah.
And then you get tossed out of the universe.
Yeah, and you have no control over it either. It's literally just like, oh no, they felt like the automated track you're running on was just gonna throw you to your death this time. Sorry.
Yeah, well, sure, it's fine. It seemed good enough in testing. It worked 85% of the time. That's probably good enough for the end user experience.
That's pretty good odds.
That's good, man.
Coder 2? I have no idea what the Coder 2 guide tells me. You're gonna have to tell us, Taylor.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wise us up on that one.
I know the American Final Fantasy IX manual was a hoot because they was just, hey, go on to play online to learn about this.
Yeah, that's the strategy guide actually.
Yeah.
The strategy guide that you paid $15 for. Instead of having the information that you paid for in a strategy guide, it tells you to go to a website online that they've probably
doesn't
got ad
have
revenue.
the information.
Doesn't even have it. Like this guide is obsoleted like 2 years after it's out.
No, like, it was never even in use. Like, it was amazing, because, like, Play Online was supposed to roll out for Final Fantasy IX with the strategy guide built in. And also Final Fantasy X was going to have a bestiary that you could connect to from the PS2.
Yep.
Both of those things got cut, but the strategy guide still got printed.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
amazing.
good stuff. That's the kind of stuff in video games I live for.
But hey, at least eventually we got Final Fantasy XI, and Play Online was...
It had a use,
It had a use, yeah.
I played Final Fantasy XI for 3 days, and I hated every hour of it. It was like, this is the most job I've ever felt playing a video game.
I mean, I do like Final Fantasy XI, but it's a very difficult game to love.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everybody
I know that played that game, they all have horror stories of literally losing friends over that game.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
That is not a video game I want to play. Not Final Fantasy 14, exact opposite.
Yeah, definitely. Well, not
welcome
originally.
to Windows. Welcome to Windows XP,
Windows
everybody.
XP.
The KOTOR 1's guide had stuff that was left out of the Xbox and added to the PC version, and the KOTOR 2 guide, I recall, having the wrong name and model for the final boss.
That's amazing.
Oops. I have a lot of strategy guides, and the number of typos and fun inconsistencies that you can find in those is great, because a lot of them are actually written with like in development copies of the game, so the stuff can end up completely wrong by the end.
Yeah, it's pretty common. It's less common now. Strategy guides don't even launch on launch day these days, do they?
Yeah,
People just make YouTube tutorials instead.
Yeah, like I try to think like the last strategy guide, because I used to buy strategy guides because I think that they were like a nice showpiece with the game. I'm trying to think of the last one I bought, and I think it was like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Lightning Returns.
Right! Okay, Lightning Returns would actually be my last strategy guide.
I have the hardcover for all the three Final Fantasy 13.
All 313. Yep, I got those. Yep. I'm that idiot. I'm the Final Fantasy 13 idiot. I mean, that's what I am.
I mean, I love Lightning Returns. Like,
yeah, that game's dope.
That game is amazingly fun. I do not care for the first Final Fantasy 13. And I have given it so many chances, but...
I know! I remember, I believe... Didn't you stream your first
I did
playthrough?
stream it.
Yeah.
I did a really long stream of it.
Yeah.
All the way through to the end. I was going to 100% it on stream, but like I think I
Oh,
gave up
that's-
like 5 hours
No.
after the end game or something.
No, that's too much. Even like I love Final Fantasy 13, and even I've not 100% it is. Like no,
Yeah.
that's way too much for way too sweet for my blood.
Yeah, and I think I actually like, well, soft locking is not the right term, but I locked myself out of getting to 100% because I had made sure to take every chest in the game, which is important.
Yep.
I did not realize that you can't sell certain items.
Oh.
And if you do, you can't get them again because they're only
Yeah, you
available in
can't.
the chests
Yep.
in areas you can't get to. And it's like, oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Yeah. F this.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah, not gonna bother at that point. It's a bit like it's a bit like playing Final Fantasy 12 and trying to get all the secret items without strategy guide.
God.
And you just sorry, you opened one of the 12 chests you're not allowed to open.
You can never get it. Like, that's such a fuck thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, the developers of 12 admitted, like, some of the choices in designing that game were made only so that players would feel like they were punished for their choices.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can tell.
It's like, yeah, you can tell. Maybe that's not the best way to design a video game. It's not really conducive to fun.
Yeah, when they finally localized the Zodiac Job Edition and people realized you can't change jobs in it, you can only set a job. And people got so upset that they actually patched it in, so in the new versions you can change jobs. It's like, oh.
We might have screwed
People
up.
didn't know that, huh? Okay. I had the Japanese Zodiac Job Edition release.
Oh, nice.
So I knew about that. And I never understood. People kept like, "Oh, I wish they would release the Job Edition." I'm like, "Why? Why do you want that?" And then they got it.
It's actually worse.
Yeah, it's much more punishing.
Time for you to disappear.
Is it no use?
Well, we'll have to see. Don't worry. Don't worry, Silver. I won't let your NFTs win. The current voice actor for Silver went on some interview like yesterday about NFTs.
Oh no!
So that's my current annoyance.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! That's really close.
Get out! Get out!
No!
Get out!
I jumped. That might have been
Let
a
him
bad
pick
call.
up stuff.
Okay.
We almost went out of the arena. We almost did it.
Okay.
There you go. When you hear him talk and start running his mouth, that's when you go after him. Otherwise, just get away.
Okay, there we go. No. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, this is much harder to control with the slowdowns.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, this looks actually actively on fire bad at certain points.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, for those that don't know, there's a great glitch that you can get in this fight where he will literally just throw you out of the arena and you'll keep flying.
Yeah, or if you end up jumping above him, he will throw you up into the roof of the stage, and then before you hit the ground again, he picks you up and does it again.
Yeah, he can also just he can just also neutral you to death like that. Just you're done. Chain grabs. They're really fair.
Silver would never be this powerful again after this initial fight.
No. No. Oh, what a good-ass video game.
I mean, honestly, God, we would have so much respect for Sega if they re-released this.
Like, just re-release it as is. Give it a PC port. Put it in Unity. Like somebody already did a pretty competent remake of Wave Ocean in Unity that I was really impressed with.
I almost wonder if Sega hates it enough to where they wouldn't stop a full remake from fans.
Yeah, you kind of want I mean, they never did anything to that Unity remake, so I have to think that maybe if people wanted to remake this game, they would probably just be like, they'll just look the other way. They ain't gonna care.
Yeah, I don't think.
But then again, they shut down Streets of Rage remake.
Yeah,
so no.
They didn't shut down the Sonic 2 remakes.
How weird.
Yeah, who knows? Sega's odd like that.
I feel like you're just rolling the dice if you throw into that kind of project.
Oh, the face.
There we go.
Beautiful.
So absolutely fantastic. They're getting all their use out of the emotion engine.
I love how shiny Sonic's shoes are.
Everything's real shiny.
Someone like you caused the destruction of our world.
How many times? Like, what is this? Like the second time she's been kidnapped now?
Yeah, I think she gets kidnapped 5 times.
Yeah. It's kind of redonkulous. Like, she is literally a maiden in distress. Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, the entire idea behind her character is absurd to begin with. Like, you're a girl and you're not allowed to cry. Stop it. Like, what the fuck? What is this story trying to tell people? Oh, if you cry, the world ends. Jesus Christ, what are you putting on this poor girl?
You can really tell that this was very much a first draft of trying to make a serious story.
Oh yeah, they did not go beyond first draft.
Like, we did a bunch of, like, Sonic fanfics when we were, like, 12 years old or whatever, that would basically have the same level of writing, because we had just, like, started seeing some serious narrative tropes in fiction, and thought, this would be so cool. And, you know, you can probably make something good out of that idea.
Sure, yeah.
But if you can't just leave it like that.
You can't just go with your first idea. Oh, I mean, Taylor, at least Yuna, like, defends herself. Like, Yuna, like, I mean, 10-2 exists.
Yeah.
Yuna does her thing, so... I may not have the highest opinion of that game, just because I don't like mini games very much, but... I admire what they tried to go for with that game.
Honestly,
ballsy.
Hello?
Oh, F4. Uh-oh. What is it is the apocalypse in Soliana. Way ahead of time.
Gotta hold off a little bit on pressing F4, I think.
I think.
Oh no!
It
was just render distance. Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Now something odd is actually happening. Okay. There we go.
There we go. We're probably fine now.
Pressing the wrong direction again. Wait, where are we going?
I don't remember.
Oh wait, it's the snow stage, right? Yeah, I think. It's
good. Oh good.
Oh yes, the snowboarding section.
The snowboarding, it feels fantastic, and it's
we have to figure out which guard is the real one.
Oh,
spoiler! It's the first one you talk to.
The first one you talk to, yeah. It's like the easiest S rank in the game.
Yep.
Like, I didn't even know that, and I knew that that's the trick that they were gonna pull the first time I played the game, and I just got it the first try. So.
We used to, like, play this game, there we go. We used to play this game on, like, a demo kiosk at the game store before we had a 360 of our own. And most 360 kiosks are set up so you can't save on them.
No, you can't, no.
Which meant that every time we died in Sonic 06 and we lost all of our lives, the game would reset to 0 progress. So,
good.
we like, just kept replaying it over and over and over from the start without being able to save. And, you know, the furthest we got was the jungle stage.
Oh, that's a pretty good clip in.
Yeah, so we almost finished our Sonic story, but we just couldn't do it without hitting one game over. Sooner or later, it just snuck up on you.
It's kind of hard to not game over in this video game.
It really is. See, can we buy any upgrades already, or do we have to wait until after? Let's see. Yeah, now the store is a floating monitor for some reason.
Yeah, now we just light chip and anti-grav.
Oh right, I have to go talk to Knuckles first. That's it. No idea how you're supposed to figure this out, but
I have no. I know that I did a lot of wandering around this overworld.
I mean, I know I did figure it out apparently because I did.
There's nothing there guiding you. Like this game does not sign. This game doesn't signpost shit.
So this little mini map in the corner. it actually does have objective markers, but I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can
can't-
actually zoom out on the map.
There's no way to just view the map.
Yeah. So even though Knuckles is like here, I think, and will have like a star if you like approach from the other side, it's like pointless because you can only see it when you're already there.
Yeah, they just didn't have time to put it. Like they got the map there, but that doesn't help you any.
Yeah, like the objective marker isn't even on the loading screen map.
Yeah, this is wild. Just they didn't. Yeah, just had no time. They just had to rush this out. Gotta get them holiday bucks.
Yeah.
Disappoint some kids on Christmas
that was
morning.
the other thing too. Like I mean, delaying a game is always difficult because you gotta convince the publisher that it's worth doing. But the story also goes that like Microsoft had already like cut the deal for like doing a big promotional push for the holidays.
Yep.
And at that point, it was like, no, you need to have this out before holiday season 06. Like,
that's ugly.
Yeah, that's why the PS3 version is actually launched a little bit later.
Yeah, it launched a month later, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was December it launched in. And of course in Europe it didn't come out until March, because the PS3 didn't come out until March, but... which is why I have always called that one Sonic 2007 instead.
Yeah, it makes sense,
just to be European and contrarian.
Yeah, why not? It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, there's nothing wrong about calling it that.
Exactly. It has like one content difference, which is that if you beat the game, you can play in free mode, which means you can explore the city on your own.
Yeah, you can't do that in the 360 version.
Nope, you have to actually finish the last stage again to save things every time you try to complete objectives.
Yep. It's real good.
Which is even funny, because like, okay, so they put in that extra month, they got that feature into the PS3 version. They could have patched it into the 360 version.
Yeah.
No.
I think once they put this game out, they were just like, we gotta get out. We just gotta get away from this. We're not talking about it.
They sure sold the hard mode DLC.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah. I have to imagine that was just like slapped together over a weekend, because what does it take to make a hard mode?
Yeah. It is such a mess, the hard mode. It actually has like some fixes on some stages. So like,
interesting.
So some stages you can't actually use certain speedrun clips on because they fixed like certain walls from being clippable.
Geometry and stuff. That's
but
neat.
only the hard mode versions. It's odd.
That's just weird, because that just really implies again that none of this stuff takes place on one map with just them using scripting to make new missions. They literally duplicate the entire map, and then they create the mission structure in that new instance of the map.
Yeah.
And they just fixed that one instance of the map.
Yeah, I mean that is where it seems to be. Like, it's honestly really odd, because like you also have like come on, there we go. You also have the way that the game handles like different characters in the same stages. Like even if the geometry is the same, the stages are still unique stages.
Yeah.
So like you can access Shadow's part of Wave Ocean, for example, and vice versa, but like there's nothing of value there. It's always rendered, being unused. Oh yeah, good. We can see the star now on the little mini map.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Isn't that
That's
good?
very helpful.
And this cutscene, that for some reason is pre-rendered.
Yeah.
Eggman on the outskirts of the city.
With in-game models.
Like, I love this. Like, why does Knuckles have this device? Like, why didn't he do something about Eggman himself instead of just like, here's this letter I need you to give to Sonic. Yeah, okay. You're not gonna do anything about that? I love that. That's a great throw.
It feels like
I don't think Eggman will.
it feels like the cutscenes for linking the stages together were written in like the last few months of the game. Now I know that's not true, because we do have a script leak from the game that is a year before release. But like it really does feel like it, because like This cutscene didn't need to exist. This fight didn't need to exist. We could just gone straight to White Acropolis.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we would have to meet up with Knuckles, but does Knuckles really do anything? Not really.
He not in this story. Like, there's not a lot that he does here.
What is this? Oh, wait.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah. It's I know what that is. Oops.
Oh, and I love the AI trying to follow you.
Oh,
Can we
like
it's really hard getting an actual image from it. Yeah.
I love just running around and hearing the death cries of your companions, and it's so bizarre and fun and weird. What a good video game.
Time for another killing enemies mission.
All right, my favorite.
I think someone also discovered when data mining the game that there's like another version of like two of the town maps have like identical copies inside the game that's never used. Like they just stuffed all the data in there twice.
I mean, like, when you are making a video game, I can attest to this. You're gonna end up with a lot of slop in there, and I try to clean all that stuff up as much as I can before I release a game. But you end up with some like really weird assets that shouldn't still be in there sometimes. Like, I know that I got lazy at the end of Polly Dungeon because that game actually has a lot more assets than I think people know, and I know that I left like maybe like 100 or so extra objects in there. Those like that I ended up never using because they were for other gags or scenes that I didn't use.
Yeah.
So they're in the file. You could probably data mine it and find them, but there's no use for them. But they're in there.
That was incredible.
So also, we talked about earlier how like the Xbox Live Marketplace demo, which I think was for like the X06 event, the like expo that Microsoft had for a while.
Yeah.
Had like better physics and like some animations working that wasn't in the final game. Seemingly one of the reasons for that is essentially that like in those last months of development, all the various fixes were being done on like separate versions of the game. So like some versions had some fixes implemented, other versions did not have those fixes but had other fixes implemented, and somehow they were not able to like unify these versions.
Yeah, like it was never merged or anything. It was
it's
just
very odd, and like because I think someone actually like Sonic 06 doesn't have any copy protection on it.
No,
it's the only Xbox 360 game to not have copy protection.
Yeah, it's not shocking.
I mean, it is a little shocking that no other game has ended up being that sloppy, considering some of the games on the 360. But
it's just kind of the perfect.
Oh yeah, if one game was gonna
not have it, like,
it,
why
Sonic
not?
06, yeah.
Why not?
Like, good job, Sonic 06. Vampire Rain managed to have copy protection, but not you.
Yeah.
But yeah, because people basically have been able to access a bunch of files like early on, after the game came out, and like there are like various parts. Did I die?
Yeah, I believe you did, just straight up.
Okay.
And you missed the checkpoint too, so double bad.
Oh, look at all these jumps.
I don't know how to get the jump to work at all off the ramps. Like, I just kind of do it sometimes by accident.
Yeah, it's really strange. So, like, for those who haven't played Sonic 06, your snowboard is not moving on its own. If I let it go,
you just kind of hang there.
Yeah. So I have to press forward. Oh.
Well, there we go.
Of course.
Good physics. I like that.
Yeah, so I have to press forward like this. And when you're jumping, you have to hold down the A button and then let it go. But it doesn't...
There's no indication of the timing. There's no way to kind of predict it.
Which is really strange, because like this game released 8 years after Sonic Adventure, which just has simple press A. There, you did it.
You did it. Like, and the window to do so was very large. Well, there you go. We were looking for seams in the geometry, and you found it. Proud of you.
Button as long as you can, and release it right at the jump ramp.
I think we're about to hit our first game over.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think so. Why the crop? Does this stage have a Mach speed section?
No, it
I
doesn't.
don't. Oh, and there we go. All right, there it is. It only took us what, an hour to get a game over?
Yeah.
I think that's solid. I think
That's
most
pretty
people that play
solid.
this game, you're gonna get your first game over like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
In Wave Ocean, the Mach speed section is gonna.
Oh yeah, which
fuck
is
you
really
up.
fun because that's before you're able to save the game.
Yep, it's great. You get to do the entire opening sequence again. Feels real good.
Yeah, now we only have to do 3 town missions again.
Yeah. Look how quickly you're back in thanks to this emulator. This would have taken literally 2 to 3 minutes
Yeah.
on the actual 360 if you were recovering from this game over.
Although in Sonic 06's defense, while the amount of loading screens are an issue, the actual length, compared to modern day games, it's honestly no worse.
I was playing Scarlet Nexus today, and I was marveling at the PS4 Pro trying to load an area of a mission that was about a minute and a half long, and it took about a minute to do it each time, and I was failing this mission, so it felt real good, as you can imagine, needing to continue reloading.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I forget which game it was that I played that I really just lost my patience for a long loading screens, even though it was like a critically acclaimed popular title. There was something I played recently, and I actually like started comparing the loading screens to Sonic 06, and they were like twice as long. But like, you know, at least they, you know, didn't crop up every few seconds, and that is really the only reason why it wasn't as bad.
Something that Idea Factory tends to do, and they're like the company that like I don't really think, you know, quality game play decisions and design decisions. They tend to do a lot of games where they will load the entire game up front.
Yeah.
And then you have little to no loading while you're actually playing the video game, which feels really good.
Yeah.
Give Idea Factory that.
I think a lot of open world games do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Grand Theft Auto games being like the classic example. Like those games have like 3-minute load times on the PS2, but then when you load them, you are right. This is the best Sonic game.
Indeed, it is. Hello, Somni. We have not played this section before.
Uh-oh.
We just hit a game over.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This is called just reliving good content. It's all we need to do.
See, there's the start, helpfully telling us where to go.
Look
when we're
at
already
that.
here.
We did it. Can't believe it. I'm proud of us. We've done it.
Total silence in the loading screens too.
Yeah, just nothing. It's fine. We need nothing to. You need nothing to ease the tedium of loading screens, especially when, you know, on the actual console when they are literally a minute and a half long.
Oh yeah.
For a 30-second mission, it's real good. Like that mission you did where you talked to the guy twice.
Oh yeah.
That takes like 2.5 minutes normally. We got that done in under a minute, just thanks to emulation. So.
God, the sound
I
of
love
this.
the game is like
The game is breaking.
Like it's your computer crying and howling out in pain. Oh, that's fine. That's
stuck.
how physics works.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Love me some geometry hijinks in a Sonic game. But every 3D Sonic game has geometry hijinks ever since. Like, I still remember the first time I was walking around playing my brand new copy of Sonic Adventure back in 1999, falling through the floor for no reason whatsoever.
Yes.
Felt real good. I was very puzzled, as you might imagine.
I remember like learning about like using like glitched environment for exploits as a kid
Yeah.
on Sonic Adventure 1, because like things like, oh, you can get Knuckles into Emerald Coast if you like stand on top of the elevator doors and clip through the roof, and it was so cool. You couldn't even beat the stage, but it was so cool.
Yeah, like when you like make that stuff work to your advantage and see it be like my first messing around with things like that was Super Metroid.
Oh yeah.
Where I learned how to do like the mock ball for the first time to get early super missiles, and suddenly it's a whole different video game. Yeah, like that kind of stuff, and then like that's really where I got into the idea of like what's it like to like break video games, but also the idea of like what's breaking here. And that's like that's why I got into making video games. Like, what's breaking here? I like that. I like understanding the guts of why things aren't working. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like that's fun stuff. That's fun stuff. It's frustrating at times.
Oh, yeah. In general, like I feel like playing quote unquote bad video games is like really helpful for game development because it's more apparent how a game is made when it has problems.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like you can play this game.
Because
you can play this game.
Yeah, if a game is just functioning as it should be and it works all right, then you don't really think about how it's made. You're just playing. All right. Oh, there's a save button. I forgot about that.
There's a manual save. Who knew that you could do that in this video game?
I don't think I've ever manually saved in this game.
I think I've only ever saved after beating a level. I don't know that I've ever used that, or I don't even know if it works. Like, I wouldn't even trust that it works.
Yeah. I mean, let's find out.
Oh, okay. Now you got the save screen. That time you did.
Yeah.
But you didn't get it before.
Nope.
That tells me that a save that you did prior to going this way did not work. And the game did not communicate that to you in any way whatsoever.
Of course not. Oh, hello.
Oh. Hey, this is great. I like this. This is my aesthetic right here. This looks like Scarlet Nexus does on purpose. Scarlet Nexus has a lot of that shit in its city on purpose because it's like this ruined apocalyptic kind of city, but it's like all digital and fancy shit. So like that's just an effect you see in Scarlet Nexus. That's fine. I like that. It's on purpose.
God, the 360 era had so many video games that were like not necessarily reboots, but like let's use the name of the franchise and nothing else kind of games.
Yeah, like they were really trying to renew things, like get the number off because it doesn't seem old anymore.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of the thing. It's just like
Bionic
get
Commando
a number.
was one, for example.
Yeah, Bionic Commando was dope. I like that video game.
Yeah,
a lot.
Me too. I mean, it's a bit Sonic 06, but it's I like it for the same reasons I like Sonic 06. So
like the story's dumb as fuck. Like wife arm, okay, all right, but you got Mike Patton.
The story is literally the "well, who do you think gave you the heart" meme, but about an arm.
Right. It literally is.
Literally what it is.
But that game's got Mike Patton voicing Rad Spencer, which Mike Patton is one of my favorite performers ever. The swinging is fun on a bone.
Yeah, the swinging is really
fun. The gunplay is kind of garbage, but I like all in all, like the set pieces and stuff, it's real fun to just pick up and play and feel and just like you don't have. Yeah, like I think that game's fine.
The only thing that bothered me that on like an actual big level was probably that like there's a lot of collectibles in that game, and they don't save when you do a New Game Plus.
And also, if you miss it, you're done.
Exactly, because like all the stage transitions are like invisible loading squares, and you can never go back.
You don't know. You don't know if you're leaving.
And it's like there's so much to collect and so many missions to do, and like, oh, sorry, you just lost them now.
Just in the opening area, there's like 18 of them or something. I remember, and it's just like I'm never ever doing this.
Yeah, like this was in the era of like achievements being the new big cool thing.
Yeah.
You think they would have like tried to make it so you could reasonably get all of them, but
it's That was way too much for me to like. I gave up on collecting collectibles in that game like
Yeah.
two missions in. I was like, yeah, we ain't doing it. The first time the game cut me off, and it was just like, I did not see a barrier there or anything to indicate that I can't go back. We're not doing this. No.
Oh, and also all the radioactive areas.
That could get annoying, and I understand that. Like, they probably wanted those areas. They wanted that game to be bigger, and I think they just ran out of resources and time, and they kind of they didn't have an elegant way to cut the maps back.
Yeah,
I mean,
Gwyn shut down shortly after.
they did. They did. I think they did BCR too.
They didn't.
They did PID. They did PID. Which I think that game's underrated. I think PID is very good.
They did Terminator Salvation's little.
That's
game.
what killed them. That's what killed them.
No, what killed them was that they were working on the Final Fantasy XII sequel.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, and then Square Enix was like, "Hey, so that game, are you
We're
done?"
not making it now.
And like, no.
Oh,
Okay, well in that case, we're not gonna help fund you. So
yeah,
bye.
yeah. And then, didn't one of the dudes that made Gren go on to be one of the Mighty Number 9 dudes?
Probably.
He's literally the guy that said Ben Judd.
Oh
He's literally the guy that said better than nothing.
Better than nothing, which I have to say I did not agree with.
No, Mighty Number 9 is
God,
bad.
Like, when that game came out, like I did not actually pitch to the Kickstarter. Which is, I mean, I gotta say, like, clairvoyance on my part in this case, like,
yeah, right.
like I was already like, nah, I don't know, I don't trust this Inafune dude, like he promised us Mega Man Legends 3 and then quit so that the project just got killed.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's how that works.
Okay, so the camera killed me that time.
There was some other dev that was just straight up talking shit in an interview about Inafune and said like he's not a game designer, he's a businessman.
Oh yeah,
and that's
I think it was it wasn't Iga. It was it's the Kamiya.
Yes. Yeah, he said that Inafune is not a game designer, never has been. He is a businessman, and that is it.
Yeah. I mean, at that point I had already heard plenty of bad shit about him from people that were involved with Mighty Number 9's early development.
Yeah.
Whose names I'm not allowed to mention.
Yeah, got a few stories like that too.
But yeah, the game came out and like my brother got it and kept insisting like, no, it's good, it's not as bad as they say. And then like a week passes and then finally he's like,
yeah,
man, Mighty Number 9 sucks. And I'm like, yeah, I told you.
Taylor backed it, never got for code. That just never got it. I backed it, and I literally they never gave me my code.
Did you ask for the 3DS version?
I emailed them about it 3 times, and after the 3rd time, they just stopped answering me. Because I was like, yeah, okay, I gave you $25, $30 on this Kickstarter. My name is in the game. I know it is.
God, my name is in Shenmue 3, which...
Oh, no. My name, I think the only other time I backed a game is literally like this year. I backed Corpse Factory, which is a really cool visual novel coming out next year.
I've backed a few games, like, and most of them I've been completely fine with backing. Like, I liked the Double Fine Adventure. I was perfectly happy with what I got there.
Yeah, most people seem to be fine with it.
Yeah, it took an extra year to release. It didn't cost me anything extra.
Literally, it's Tim Schafer is literally inability to do anything on time. You know what you're getting
exactly.
into.
Like, if Valve makes a Kickstarter for Half-Life 3, you're not gonna expect it to release on time.
Now, that's 10 years from now. You will get that 10 years after the Kickstarter launches if you're lucky.
What else did we back? We backed the Clannad localization.
Oh,
so I have the big box for that.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Shenmue 3, like, I mean, Shenmue 3 isn't a horrible game.
It's just Shenmue, but we didn't improve it any either.
Yeah, I was so disappointed, because, like, it's not just that it's like, oh, it has the same like mentality as Shenmue 3. Because like no, like the old Shenmue, like no, because the old Shenmue games weren't trying to be a novelty.
Right, and that's exactly what that game. That's exactly what that game felt
Yeah,
like.
it has
was
purposeful bad voice acting. Like
yeah,
no,
like, that's bad. That's not. No,
Like-
that's not how.
yeah, like Shenmue was charming because everyone was clearly trying so hard. It was so genuine.
Yeah,
And Shenmue 3 is just, haha, isn't this goofy? And it's like, what?
like
That's
that
not what I
doesn't
wanted. That's not what I
work,
asked
no.
for.
No. Whoa. Okay. Walls do not exist.
Bloodstain was a mixed bag. I still haven't played Bloodstain. It looks good. Like,
I tried so hard to like that game, and I think it's just the EGA design philosophy bores me to tears.
I can see that. Like, my favorite EGA Castlevanias is Aria of Sorrow and Lament of Innocence for the PS2.
Mine is I like Order of Ecclesia a lot.
Oh
but
yeah, that
game,
was good too, yeah.
That game just kind of took a lot of ideas from normal ass Castlevania and was balls hard.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like the quote unquote Metroidvania, like I think that Hollow Knight came out and just dropped the mic on that entire fucking genre though. Like that game just nothing. Like it is hard for me. Like Metroid Dread is the only game that is like that has really impressed me since Hollow Knight.
Dread is so difficult at times. Like I was genuinely surprised. Like,
woo! I love it. That game's got teeth to it. I love it. You don't like the idea of these kinds of games in this genre is that they're really never that hard. They don't go as hard as they need to, I don't think. But like Hollow Knight did, and Metroid Dread did, and like you get more powerful and you feel powerful, but the game does not let you run away with that power until like
they hit a very good balance because like Dread has checkpoints.
Yeah, really good checkpoints.
Yeah, it was just
very
really nice
generous.
because like you feel like angry because you died, but then you realize, oh wait, I didn't lose half an hour of gameplay, so it's okay.
I still have all the shit that I found on the way here. We're good. We just got to go in and make this work right.
Yeah,
I think something about the Emmy zones that I wish they would have done, and this is something that Mary Skelter does, which is a weird dungeon crawly RPG. Yeah, and it's something that I love a lot, but I don't know it really catches on with other people.
I love Mary Skelter too.
But they have nightmare bosses.
Okay.
Oh, how did
I have no idea?
I don't even know how you died. But they have nightmares in Mary Skelter that they're invincible enemies that can chase you around, much like the Emmys. But in Mary Skelter, they take away your map. You can't pause. You can't like you don't have any time to stop.
Yeah.
And I wish that when an Emmy spotted you, they didn't let you pause. They took away the map, and you had to get yourself out. If they would have gone just that little extra step, I think that like that part of the game. Like I'm not saying the Emmys are bad. I'm just saying that if they had went a little farther with it, I would have just been kind of super impressed with it.
My brother and I talked about that as well because like we felt that like when you first start facing the Emmy, like they're scary.
Yeah,
but then
absolutely.
like the third and fourth time, they're not that scary anymore. Like you figure it out, and we were both just waiting for like the moment when they get unleashed and are no longer confined to their one section.
I was waiting and hoping for that too. But I can understand why, because from a gameplay design standpoint, that would be a nightmare to try to do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I understand why the Emmys are locked to specific zones, because all of that stuff is very intricately scripted for them to crawl around the way that they have to. Like, it's very smart programming. And to try to do that for every map in the game, that game would still have to be a different game. Developed. You couldn't do that.
But it felt like a very natural progression from like the SAX stuff from Fusion.
Like, it's the smart evolution of what the SAX was, because the SAX was more implied. Like, it didn't dog you the way that the Emmys do.
No, it doesn't.
You have 3 scripted encounters. They're very memorable. They stick out. Like, they're great encounters. But, like, the SAX isn't a threat throughout that entire game.
Nah.
Whereas Emmys, like, they're a decently paced threat. Like, they pace it decently throughout the course of that entire game, I think.
Yeah, and it's also it has a nice implication too with the whole like, oh, they're like trying to recover like medical data from you because you have the last bit of Metroid DNA.
Yeah, like they're
that's
just there to get your
creepy.
DNA.
It's really
it's
nice.
so good. It's so good. Like that, everything about that game is just so super smart in a way that I was not expecting.
Yeah, like genuinely, like when they announced it earlier this year, and like they actually called it Metroid Dread, I was like, okay. I was like, there's no way they can live up to this. Was my first thought, and no, they did.
Ballsy. It's so ballsy to come out and just be like, yeah, this is that game from 15 years ago that we've never released. I was like,
the game that's not even a screenshot ever leaked from. That's how unknown it was.
Yeah, like, and to come out and just be like, this is Metroid Dread was just literally a shit-your-pants moment. Like, they're going for it in a way that's going to either be spectacularly amazing or is going to crash and burn spectacularly. And there are so many ways they could have dropped the ball on this game.
Definitely, but they delivered, and it paid off. I mean, it's not the best-selling Metroid game yet, but it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I don't see how it won't be. Like, that game's just got way too much praise now, and people are really catching on.
Like, just the fact, like, I kept getting, like, Metroid Dread ads on YouTube for, like, weeks. And, like, I can't even remember when I last got Metroid ads on YouTube, like, during any of the previous Metroid games that came out.
Like, even Samus Returns didn't get promoted this hard.
And, like, I remember the hype for Other M. Like,
yeah, god. Yeah, I remember.
For a while, my most viewed video on YouTube was a deep look at Metroid Other M's reveal trailer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, god, that was a big disappointment.
Yeah.
That's the kind of bad game that isn't even fun or interesting to play. It's just bad.
I did not own a Wii at the time. I borrowed a friend's Wii and I bought the game just to play it. That was my experience with Metroid Dread. It was just wow. Yeah, I mean, like, Metroid is one of my favorite series ever. Yeah, like, I'm going to go all out. Like, it's like, yes, of course I would end up with the Switch somehow when Dread gets announced. Like, oh, perfect timing for me to end up owning one of those one day earlier. Like, what?
Yeah, it was also such a big shock because, like, the Prime trilogy was, like, really good. So, like, just out of nowhere, like, oh yeah, basically a new mainline Metroid, and it's just terrible
Literally
on every level.
It just was miserable. Like, I'm sad though because see, I can say that game is bad, and I do, but I look back at the review that I wrote for that game. It's positively almost glowing.
Oh, of course it is. I looked back at reviews of Other M the other day because people were talking about how, like, Other M is underrated. And I was like, oh, fuck no. It's not underrated. It's 78 on Metacritic or something. Like,
why are we trying to rehab Other M's why are we trying to rehab that game because Dread is too hard for a few reviewers? Like, why? That is what we're doing. Like, literally because you went from a game that is dog piss easy, which is Other M. Like, you literally just press the fucking control pad in any direction and never get hit, to a game that actually challenges you, and reviewers tore it apart for that.
It's sort of funny because, like, if I feel like every major franchise, like, the game that's, like, about a decade old is suddenly underrated to people, no matter what the actual response to it was. Like,
this always happens.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's like, people are like, oh, Skyward Sword was so underrated. It's like, it's got, like, the most 10 out of 10s of any Zelda game ever.
Yeah, like, let's not act like Nintendo completely tanked here. Let's not act like that was Nintendo's spirits within or anything, okay?
No, I wish it was Nintendo spirits within.
Yeah, like, then it would be good. Then it would be good. I like Spirits Within. Yeah. I will defend that movie. I like that movie a lot.
Same. I have it on VHS, and I'm so proud of it.
I do as well!
Oh yeah, actually, the friend that I'm staying with right now actually has the Japanese DVD release of Spirits
Oh,
Within that we
that's
bought in Tokyo. It has this like
Oh.
nice minimalistic white box art like the regular Final Fantasy games and everything.
Oh, that's fantastic! That's so good!
Yeah. Oh, Square Pictures.
Oh man, there's some good stuff there.
It is so funny too that people are like, oh, like Final Fantasy Spirits Within isn't the real Final Fantasy story. And it's like Sakaguchi directed it. What more
Like,
can you
how-
ask for?
How much more Final Fantasy could you get? I don't know what you were talking about. Like, there were indications that Final Fantasy was going sci-fi for a long time. Have you just not been paying attention?
It's like the only modern Final Fantasy that I played was 9.
Yeah,
Which, by
like,
the way, is about aliens, so I don't know
it's
what they're
about
talking
aliens.
about.
Like, what? Like, where did you? Like, did you not catch that? Did you? Most people probably didn't play past Disc 3. Would be my guess.
Yeah, probably not.
Because that game kind of goes weird by the end of Disc 3.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, Final Fantasy always went a bit odd, though. Like, the first one...
Sure.
Before
Like the first one, the time warp and shit. Like,
yeah,
that
and the
game's
space
wild.
station. The
Yeah,
space
like that
station,
game-
which they changed in the remake, and I hate it. But
Yeah.
it had a space station in the original, and it was so cool. You fight the mech in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that game, like Final Fantasy has always been weird, and,
Yeah.
and it may not be has been out and out with like its sci-fi elements in the way that Phantasy Star was, seeing as that that Phantasy Star is rooted in sci-fi.
It's arguably more sci-fi than Star Ocean tended to be.
I mean, yeah, like Star Ocean, like those games always start on like, yo, spaceship colony, here we are, we're doing it, and then you go down.
Oh no, now we're on
and
a
then you
planet
go-
with old technology.
Now you're on the planet, and it's just like, yo, I'm Sir Dinklebud of Dumbledore. Welcome to our village, our humble abode. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
A space-time rift, but this requires a lot of energy.
Oh yeah, Shadow's here now.
Hey, it's Shadow.
And Rouge
How you
Shabat.
doing? He's here.
Speaking of time travel,
I see.
No, no.
and speaking of time loops, even.
Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. God, no wonder I like this. No wonder
Does
I like
Final
this
Fantasy
game.
1 or Sonic 06 have a worse time travel story? That's the real question.
You know, man. You know what? I think that, like, I get more mad about Sonic 06 just because I think Blaze is a great character, and they totally just jack that character.
I mean, I do
done.
like... One thing I do like about Blaze's story in 06 is that because she never runs into Sonic, it's implied that
It's implied that it's like,
that like
I love
her
that.
entire past was erased when we changed the future, but she was outside the dimension, which meant that she couldn't be reset like Silver was. So she just like lost her memory or whatever. Everything that ever happened.
I love that. I love that we
became a
can Galaxy
princess.
Brain. I love that we can Galaxy Brain theories like that, just to kind of like make up for Sega's own bad storytelling when we're really getting down to it.
From what I understand, like Blaze was technically made for 06, but like because Rush
she
was in
feels like
development at the same time and obviously was releasing first, she ended up just getting put into that because the original concept for Blaze in Rush was that it was going to be a cat.
Yep.
No. Look at what I'm saying.
Well. But like Blaze is the only character. Blaze is the only character in this game that actually feels done.
Yeah. No.
Her movement and the camera, the way the camera worked with her, everything is like she is the only character that feels done.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say was gonna be a cat based on an early concept of Shadow.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's how that's supposed to work. That's how that's supposed to work. What even happened? I think that like Hitboxes just said no, we're not doing that today.
Although what I'm upset about with Blaze though is that like Blaze hasn't been playable since Rush Adventure now.
Yeah.
Like
I think.
Well, okay, she was briefly playable in Black Knight, but she wasn't even Blaze in that game. So can you even count it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Which means that also, I think I made like some math on this a few months ago. Like there hasn't been a playable woman in like a Sonic platformer since like 2007 or something.
Yeah, it's
bad.
Like I don't know. Like, does forces count? You can make female.
Oh yeah, if you
avatars
make
in
your
that
own
game,
character,
can't you?
that's
But
and in
I
the
don't
Boom
know.
games, they have sticks and aiming,
Right.
but they're explicitly like non-canon, otherworld style things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like odd because like they always had at least one before that in the 3D games, and
Yeah,
like in some of
yeah.
them, they even had like several. Like what Heroes has like what 4?
Yeah, they got 4 in there.
Actually, I just completely pulled that number out of my ass. I think it's only 3
I-
now that I think about it. Yeah, it is. It's Rouge, Amy, and Cream.
Okay, Rouge, Amy. Yeah, okay.
But,
yeah.
But still, that's 3. That's 3 more than all the other ones I've had lately, so...
I kept thinking Charmy was a girl for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not it. No,
I was
that's
like,
what I was getting for.
my head was like, every team has one girl, and I was like, no, wait. They don't,
No.
actually.
I don't even know how you get those rings while running through that building.
Oh yeah, I've never gotten them.
I don't know. I don't even know that they have hitboxes.
Got, like, aiming the homing attack in this...
Oh, it's a
Well,
try.
yeah,
Well,
as I was saying!
I think my favorite bit of Sonic camera work, however, has to be just the opening of Sonic Adventure, where they pan the camera around and you go to the cops and there's just a ring in front of the camera.
Yes!
That's fantastic. Like I know that we're like in the infancy of 3D games. We're still trying to figure this out, especially for Sega. It's just like, why is that there? Why is that ring just hanging out there? That just always cracked me up.
It's so good. I mean, in a way, it just showed that they were like confident because like they're using the boss arena for the cutscene, which you know they wouldn't do that later for several games.
Yeah, especially not this one.
No. Well, no. Even if they use the boss arena here, they would still have to reload it. So
Yeah, it's not the same map. Oh, careful.
oh god,
Hold
imagine.
on, we got.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
So like, remember how in we talked earlier about how like this game has like a bunch of replicated data for different uses when they could have just copied it. I just remembered someone was data mining Pokemon Sun and Moon, and apparently in the data of Pokemon Sun and Moon, every single cutscene character is duplicated for every time they appear in a cutscene. So like, I think the example used was Lily, which like Lily appears in like half of the cutscenes of the game, and every time it's a new 3D model that's loaded from the data.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I have no idea. No one could like. It was in like a game dev forum that people were pointing it out, and no one could figure out what benefit it could possibly have.
I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Tornado section first, then it's Max Speed
Let's
section.
go. Fun times
It
ahead.
seems to just be like because Game Freak were just rushed into 3D development. Nothing of what they do is like, shall we say, the ideal way of doing things. Which is probably why they've rarely like been able to get help from other developers as well. Because like other people will look at their code and stuff and be like,
"Oh God,
we don't understand any of this."
Like there is like this is terrible. Like Castlevania 64 suffered the same fate. In that they had nobody on that team that knew how to do 3D programming and work with 3D worlds. They had to just learn it while they were making the game, and that game shows. It shows.
I honestly miss that to some level because like you got a bunch of interesting things with video games through that, like Mario 64, like I'm not the biggest fan of. Are you gonna stop being on fire?
What?
What the fuck?
Hello?
It's supposed to stop being on fire. It's just.
Yeah, this is fine.
I don't think I can homing attack them when they're doing this.
This is just where you live now.
I guess we'll try. Okay, no, it's fine apparently.
Okay. I guess we can.
Okay, fair enough.
I learned something today.
Well, that's assuming that was supposed to work that way.
Right. I mean, why wouldn't it work that way? I'm just going to assume that everything that in Sonic 06 is working as intended.
Oh, I forgot to point out we just jumped off the Shao in Space 3 poster.
Yep.
which people
Good
were
stuff.
assuming for ages that meant that there was going to be a hidden Shao Garden in this game.
Oh my god. Can
Yeah.
you imagine? Can you imagine them, like, what would that be? What would that look
Oh
like?
my god, I would
What?
love to have known.
Like, I can only imagine, like, the disaster that would have
No,
been.
why did I jump? Why did I jump?
No,
I forgot about jumping.
don't. Jumping is dangerous.
That
Very bad.
tornado's carrying a car.
That tornado is carrying a car!
I wonder if it's gonna be. No, wait, they brought back. I was gonna ask them, I wonder if it's gonna be Sonic's new voice actor, but no, they brought Ezio back.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name?
I don't remember.
Roger something.
Roger Craig? No,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is it Roger Craig? I know there's somebody named Roger Craig. I'm almost sure
Yeah,
of
I
it.
think that's it. Yeah, bring back Ryan Drummond.
Yeah, there you go.
That dude never got a single decent voice director to work with for
No.
Sonic. He deserves a
No.
second shot.
Yeah,
Oh my
give the
god,
guy
we're
a
kind of
second
game
chance.
over here again, aren't we?
I think. Well, I mean, it's Crisis City. I can understand a game over in Crisis City.
Yeah.
What's the name of my next book? Game Over in Crisis City.
Yeah, Roger Craig Smith is the name, right, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, I can just do the lightspeed dash. That's...
You can grab the rings. That'll get you lined up. That's the advice that I give people playing this game. Is like, if you want to survive the Mach speed sections, most of the time, if you just light speed dash to the rings, you'll get through. You'll be able to bash your face into as much as you want. Also, all of the physics here is 100% random, by the way.
Yep.
Nothing here is predetermined. You just kind of gotta
Apparently I
hope
died there.
Gotta hope that a box doesn't tag you like that. It's physics engine. You gotta love it.
Fucking Havoc. I blame Half-Life 2 for everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Ruined video games forever.
Like, I love the confidence they had in just like, I don't know, throw things in at the player and hope it works.
Well, it was
the physics of
Yeah, and
surely the physics. There you go. It's
There
the
we go.
boxes.
There we
Oh,
go.
we're going. Oh, we get to do the whole stage
Second
again.
death, 40 minutes after the last one.
I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's not
That
bad.
is
That's not
solid.
bad, yeah.
That is solid.
But yeah, apparently the reason they licensed the Havoc engine, apart from Half-Life 2 having it and every game suddenly wanting it, was that when they were pitching ideas for the anniversary game in like early 2004, one of the people brought on to the development team had apparently been working on like a PS2 game, a prototype. It was like this puzzle game with physics. And it was like, look at the cool thing we made. What if we put this in the game? And that's how Silver happened. And suddenly the game had physics.
Yeah. Like, Silver literally exists to just be an outlet for somebody that wanted to put physics into this video.
Yeah.
That is literally the only reason he exists.
Yep. And his original name was Venice.
Yep. Oh.
Then again, Shadow's original name was Terios, so...
I mean, that's not bad. I'm okay with that.
I love, like, just the early names for those Sonic characters. We had Terios, we had Nails the Bat.
Nails!
Nails,
I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
I forget if there was anything else from Sonic Adventure 2, I don't think so. But yeah, we actually, like, there was like an early leak from like a toy fair in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been 2000 actually. So like, the people from the fair were describing like a scarred up dark Sonic character.
Oh dear.
And then Nails the Bat was a character. And people assumed for like over a decade that was just complete bullshit. People had just made it up because there was no photos, nothing. And then for like the 20th anniversary of Sonic, Sega released some concept art of what Shadow looked like before his final design. And it was a one-eyed Sonic with scars all over his body.
That's so good.
And people just suddenly like dug up this old leak from the toy fair. I was like, wait.
Wow.
This was real all the time, and we've been making fun of it for 10 years.
Sonic the Hedgehog Warrior Within.
That would, yeah.
Get some Godsmack playing. There you go. That's what we need.
There's currently actually a rumor that like Sonic Frontier has boss battles that are inspired by Demon Slayer that are going to be really violent.
Oh
And
my
everyone
god!
and everyone is doing the same thing again now. They're like, this is obviously bullshit.
Yeah,
And I'm just
yeah.
hoping that once again it's going to not be bullshit.
Yeah, like let's hope. Like that's the best we can hope for at this point. Like that's the good stuff there.
Well, the thing about Sonic leaks is that they're surprisingly accurate when they're like overly ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. Like when it's the most ridiculous, like the Werehog thing.
Yeah, the Werehog. The entire story for Sonic Forces was leaked as Sonic Wars. It was like, yeah, you create your own character called Buddy, and then like Sonic is captured and thought dead. Tails goes into depression. And like, and no one bought it. And then like a year passes, the game comes out, and it's like, wait, everything here checks out. Okay, your avatar isn't called Buddy, but it's called Buddy in a few cutscenes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Like there are remnants and traces here working. Yeah.
I just adore that. Oh wait, other way around.
Okay. Well.
Gotta go this way.
You did some things outside of what the game maybe wanted you to do, but you did not pay the price for it. We can only be thankful.
Yeah, I have to assume that Nails the Bat was like Japan's idea of like, oh yeah, like Knuckles, right? Like she has nails. But then Sega of America was like, a nail bat is a thing. You don't get to call her Nails the Bat.
Yeah, I mean it's a good name. I like it, but I don't know that it tracks. Oh, that's good stuff.
Okay, back in the whirlwind.
Okay,
that wasn't
the
too
whirlwind.
bad.
Not terrible.
I mean, the thing with Sonic 06 is that if you like once you get the motions down,
yeah, like
it's only the physics left to fuck you over.
Yeah. Like the physics or the game just breaking in a really weird way at an awkward time.
Yeah.
Those are the things that'll get you. Like, once you know your way through the game, you're generally pretty good to finish it if you really put yourself in the mindset to want to do that. And why wouldn't you, really?
Yeah. Oh, okay, that happened.
Oh, okay, we're here now.
Walked up a wall, why not?
It's a common thing in this game. You can just walk up walls.
Yeah. It's one of the few things that has in common with Sonic 4.
Yeah.
And Sonic Rush, actually.
Yeah, Rush had... Well, I mean...
Maybe Dimps helped on this game.
I mean, like, would anything shock you at this point?
I mean, it is kind of funny how, like, they wanted to port this to the Wii, but felt the Wii wasn't powerful enough.
No,
but then for Sonic Unleashed, they just told Dimps to make a Wii version.
Make a new game. Have you ever made a Sonic OC? No. No, I haven't.
I have made one Sonic OC. Like, way back when I was, like, 9 years old or something. It was a hedgehog.
Way back! Just last week.
Yeah. It was a hedgehog named Ace. And initially, Ace was, like, just a floating Sonic head with, like, Rayman hands and feet. Which, like, was very close to, like, a friend of mine's character concept as well. Right. So I sort of reworked it, and it became, like, a silvery hedgehog instead. Before Sonic 06 gave us silver,
right?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did some sprite comics with those characters with a friend, but that's about it.
Oh, nice. I did not know. I did not think that you were going to make it through that pipe unscathed.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, here come the boxes. Let's go.
Oh yeah,
okay.
You can't use the light dash on that set of rings for some reason. We can use one of those. So that's okay.
Some Trails of Rings just say, nah, we're not going to do it.
Oh wow, the slowdown.
Hey, the slowdown might actually be our friend here.
Yeah, might is the key word.
The way that like he shoots up in speed away from the camera sometimes is just like, why would you do that in a precision? Like it's something like this neat. Oh, good. Just drop the car on you. That's
okay. I think we're done.
We did it! Oh, that's what. Yeah. Woo.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of Andrea the Hedgehog or Ritsu the Hedgehog. I've never actually searched for it, but there's bound to be plenty.
Yeah, if there's not a Polly the Hedgehog, something's wrong. Y'all been slacking. I don't want to look it up because I get that word cringe comes back, and I don't like saying it.
I mean, if there was any like genuinely good idea in Sonic Forces, it would have been that they actually just included a Sonic OC creator. Like that didn't happen earlier is surprising.
Oh yeah. Like how is that something that took them this long?
Yeah.
How could it come to this?
A friend of mine played through Forces, and I remember him telling me the story. Like, he bought the game for me, and we share a Steam library. But he bought the game for me. He bought the game for me, and it was just like, here, you play it. And like, I played I got to like the chemical plant zone-ish area, and I was like, okay, I don't like this game whatsoever. And then he played it and relayed the entire story to me as just this, like, they play this whole, like, tortured Sonic thing real seriously. It's just like,
the story goes places. It is
it's wild and stupid in, like, the best possible way.
It is almost ambitious enough for me to like the story. I do like Sonic Forces. Like, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I did not like the classic Sonic portions at all. But apart from that was pretty happy with it.
How did they make classic Sonic feel way worse when they already had generations to work from, and it was fine?
It is so odd. Like, it's just strange. And like, honestly, the game would just have been better if they hadn't done the whole generations thing again. Because like, if they just focused on the Avatar and Sonic and then becoming like friends throughout the adventure, that would have been great. But no, for some reason, everything's gotta have a bit of 2D Sonic now, even though he got his own game.
Yeah, like we were, those games came out right at the same time. Mania and Forces were like
4 months apart or something.
Yeah, because oh god, that's right, the true end in Mania literally. Oh right,
that's how classic Sonic gets into Forces.
Yeah. Oh god, that game. Ugh.
Which again, like, was honestly pretty ambitious of them. I do like that.
Yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. I'm here for it. It's just I wish I didn't have to play Sonic Mania to see that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm probably like the only person in the planet sitting here like, yeah, man, Sonic Mania sucks ass and I hate it.
I haven't played it and I probably never will. I own it on Steam. Like, I got it from a friend like just a couple of weeks ago. But like, unless I do some kind of playthrough of the 2D Sonic games, I probably won't ever get around to it because I just don't like 2D platformers.
Right, yeah, that's completely understandable.
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
Like, okay, Sonic 2 I do like, but that's a huge part of that is just nostalgia.
Nostalgia,
like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, I think Sonic 2 and 3 are still pretty dope. As somebody that does still play and enjoy a lot of 2D platformers, I think 2 and 3 are real dope. 1 doesn't do much for me, but
I don't care for 1.
I can't with that game.
I also don't care much for the and Knuckles half of Sonic 3.
It drags on a bit.
It really does. Like, when you get to that 4th part of Lava Reef, and it's just like...
it's a bit much.
Have you guys discovered anything?
It's also just really, like, especially if you play them as one game, it's ridiculously long.
I get it. Like, making a game that big back then, that's impressive.
Cool.
And it's value, I get it. It's great, but it's not the best paced thing in the world.
Don't be late.
Like, I won't say that any part of it is bad. I think that it's all pretty good content.
Yeah.
It's just, there's too much of it for me to want to sit down and play it in one go. Whereas, like, I can play Sonic 2 in one go and generally feel like, that was fine. Sonic never had warp zones, and I think maybe that was to its detriment. Maybe if that game had like a couple of warps in it that let you skip a couple of zones, it would be. That might be a little.
Yeah, I've never thought about that before, but that's actually a pretty odd thing that they never had. Like.
Yeah.
most 2D platformers of the era would have some way of letting you skip ahead, like secret passages and stuff like that. And no, the Sonic games didn't.
Yeah, like the first one only had 6 zones, so I get it. Like that game's over and out in a flash. But with like Sonic 2 is like it's 10 zones, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles is like 16 or something. It's like it's like 12 or 13, something like that. You could easily have probably you could have implemented some kind of warping mechanic, and I think maybe eased like made the pacing of those games a little nicer. I think.
Yeah, I mean at least you had the file system.
Yeah, like that's fine. Yeah, that's why I don't mind Sonic 3 and Knuckles being as long as it is, because I can just come back to it later.
Yeah.
Getting into what this is like the first of the Iblis levels, I believe.
Yeah. Because of course the big bad villain of the future story of this game is basically just Satan.
Yep. Which again, I kind of admire them going that big. That's okay. Well.
Yeah, I mean, it feels a little cheap because it's basically like, oh, people like chaos. Chaos was water. Here's a fire version.
Here's a fire. Yeah. But that's literally the thought behind it. Really, it didn't go much further than that.
I honestly I would love to see them do the rumored Sonic Adventure remake. That that isn't just another bad port. But we're actually rebuilding the game, like Final Fantasy VII Remake style.
Yeah.
Because
if the game needs rebuilt, it is Sonic Adventure.
Like I want to see Chaos done properly on like a modern system.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, for its time, like seeing those water effects and shit, that was crazy. That was crazy in well, we're down here.
Yeah,
this
definitely.
is where we live. Seeing those water effects in 1999 and 2000 were just wild, and I commend that game for everything that it did. Obviously, especially since again they were a team that had never worked in this way before.
Yeah.
They put together a kind of a crazy good game, despite the fact that not the game that I want to play myself.
Oh yeah, like it's a very
it's jank.
Yeah. But I mean, it is the kind of game where you're like you can see the progress towards what we have it today in 3D games. Still being forged, and it's pretty cool.
Like, nothing they did was for lack of trying.
Yeah, it's like
nothing that's bad.
It's like I'm not a big fan of Mario 64.
Right.
But like a lot of parts of Mario 64 are just really fascinating because of like the 3D gameplay element being so like early on that there were no rules.
Like we had to figure this. Like there was no rule book on how to do this stuff, so people had to try.
Oh my god! It just did it again.
Well, yeah, I remember dying a lot here as well. That same jump. But yeah, like that era of figuring shit out. Like, that is something that I really liked, despite the fact that I may not have liked a lot of those games. Yeah. Looking back at what they were, like, gameplay design-wise, and how this stuff came together, because nobody had rules. Nobody knew how to do this. Like, we're going in, and we're just trying shit and hope it works. And you look at the various ways that 3D was attempted in that time, and it's really interesting to see how it all has evolved to where we're at now with, like, controllable cameras and, like, yeah, you're still going to play games with bad cameras, but I think that they're still, like, loads better than when you would have been playing, in 1996.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. There's also, like, one thing I do kind of miss, though, is that because those games were still figuring things out, oh my god, I'm so the same fall every time.
Am I just watching a replay here?
Yeah.
That was happening?
I accidentally hit the replay feature on Streamlabs.
Whoops!
But yeah, like, but because like they were still figuring things out, you got like a bunch of various gameplay aspects that are now just skipped. Because like now, all the basic elements of like moving and working in 3D is like people know what it's like now. People know what they have to include now.
Like you can literally just buy movement code and shit now. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to figure this stuff out. You can tweak it. That's the reason middleware exists now, is so you don't have to spend much development time on that stuff.
Yeah, but as a result, you also get like games, like the way games can be manipulated in 3D end up being less interesting. Because the basic stuff just works now.
Yeah, it just works and it largely feels the same.
Yeah. So like, you play the newer Mario games, you're not gonna get like the various odd ways of controlling that people... I could have sworn I saw an enemy there.
I thought something was over there, that is why I thought you were jumping there.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna take a shortcut, but apparently not.
Just the black hole that is currently my heart, that's all you found.
Yeah. But like, I've been watching like a bunch of Mario runs that like make use... Like, you know, all the like odd movement things people do in Mario. Yeah. Things that you just can't do in modern games. Well, yes, there isn't an enemy there.
Huh.
Wow. There was.
Okay.
Oh well. Basic things are like, oh yeah, if you like do this kind of like odd jump and then cancel the jump into a dive and do this thing, then Mario actually launches with this velocity into this thing, and you can't do that now because
it's
jump is a thing now and it works.
Yeah. They've got things figured out to the point to where there's just you're not gonna run into those kinds of edge cases unless you know, speedrunners find them some wild tech later. But to my knowledge, like Super Mario Odyssey doesn't have anything like that.
No, not really. I mean, already by Sunshine, it was mostly gone. Like,
Sunshine's got some really cool like player movement expression with the way that you can like shoot yourself around with water, dive into it, pop out, like, and just kind of keep chaining that together to go real fast.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would say that's probably the last really expressive Mario game in terms of what you can do player movement wise.
Okay, this time I'm going to just...
Let's be very careful.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Is there a checkpoint here? Yes, good.
Yes. You can just barely see in there is the problem, so you don't know what's a ledge and what's not.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. I remember there being a silver level where you had to like light up a bunch of things at once, but you had to do it. You had to do it on a real strict time limit. That took me a while.
Yeah, and there's a Knuckles version of that as well.
Yeah, there is.
Shadow Story or something.
I think it's in Sonic Story.
Oh, is it?
I think it might be.
Oh, is it the next part? It might actually be the next part.
I think it might actually be.
I just remember you can like soft lock the game if you like accidentally get Knuckles into the wrong area.
Yeah, he can climb on the wall the wrong way, and you just can't get off of it.
Yeah.
Feels good. It's fine. It works 85% of the time. Again, those are good odds. Don't worry about it. It's good. Good end user experience.
Honestly, I'm still amazed that Sega acknowledged 06 for Sonic Generations.
Yeah, I'm
like the fact that
the fact that and Crisis City ended up being one of the best levels of the game too.
Especially the classic one, actually.
The way they fake you out with the signpost.
Yes, God, I laughed so hard that first time.
I had to pause the game and put the controller down and laugh because they got me good. I was not expecting that. That's the best troll they could have possibly done.
Yeah, that was just absolutely beautiful. Like...
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh, no. Okay. Sure.
I think we're good.
Well, yeah, as long as there's no more fire.
No. Oh! Okay. There you go.
I am surprised that worked.
At every point during that, I was just expecting the what?
Sonic, why?
Yeah, let's go. There you go.
Why are we heading into the volcano?
That just doesn't seem like the smart place to be. Not the place I would want to go.
Okay. Oh wait, is Knuckles here?
Wait. Oh.
I think this is where Knuckles is.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ah! Well, that was good. That's how that's supposed to go.
I was gonna see
right?
if there was like, oh, maybe there's a
Oh.
box of rings or something there, but
Well, okay. We're back on track. It's fine.
yeah.
Whoop.
Oh,
whoop,
spike balls.
Yeah, like running up walls sideways, it feels very weird. It's hard to control in this game.
Yeah, it really is. I remember that like after this game, they started doing this thing where you don't lose all your rings at once. In Sonic
Yeah,
games.
they do like 20 or something. It's really,
Yeah.
well, they're enemies. They're like the enemies that shoot you in this game.
But yeah, they only
take
do one ring.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But getting shot at is almost never the issue in Sonic 06.
Yeah, it's rarely like you're rarely ever going. It's like playing Spelunky. It's like you might have a hit point. Oh,
Maybe that's
have
why
hit-
it's not an issue though. Now that I think about it.
I mean, that's a good point. It's very much like Spelunky, though, where you have a life bar, but you're not really going to be dying because you lost hit points in that video game, unfortunately.
Yeah. I still haven't played Spelunky 2, actually.
I don't really like it.
Okay.
Brett got in. Oh, yeah, this is the one. You gotta light them all up before they go out. Yeah. My friend Rhett, he played it a lot. He liked it, but I could not get into it.
I used to play the first one, well, the remake, a lot.
Yeah, the HD. Yeah, I played that a lot.
I don't know.
There was even a custom Polly character
nice.
that Rhett made. Yeah, so I had like my own Spelunky avatar. I beat the game with the first time with my own character, which felt really good.
Yeah, I used to do the weekly challenges they had in that game. Was it daily challenges?
It was daily.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was daily. I think they're still doing them too. Like they never stopped.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, they do them in Spelunky too as well. So yeah, they kept that tradition going, which is nice.
I missed one. I missed one and I have 0 rings. That's a 1-up.
True.
I mean, I guess I might as well take the 1-up.
Yeah, might as well. If we can get it.
Oh!
Okay. If there's action... Okay. Yeah, that's about how I expected that to go. Not gonna lie. Like, every moment of that, my brain had already plotted it out. And I was like, I know exactly how this is gonna go. And I feel I almost willed that into existence.
Okay.
Right, we got it. We got it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What?
Well, okay. We'll salvage this somehow.
Remember back in Sonic Adventure 2 where you had to actually balance on rails?
Yeah!
I'm so glad
that's
that
not in
stopped
this.
being a thing.
Yeah, like, I can't imagine how badly they would have screwed that up. If just trying to fall down vertically is the challenge that it is, I cannot imagine how they would have done actual balancing. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, and for some reason, I never understood why like Elisa's dad is the like tutorial narration voice that appears.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
you get no context for that, like ever.
No, it's just tutorial voice of God.
Oh god,
Well. This could prove troublesome.
it's like in Sonic Adventure 1, like they have to do all the tutorial stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like it made sense because she's like following.
And then she
you
gets
around.
revealed as a character, and that's really cool.
Yeah. But then like, I mean, okay, I guess it was just like Omochao doing it in Sonic Adventure 2, but
Oh yeah.
at least like Omochao was there.
Yeah. Like when they contextualize things like that as somebody either in the world or like contextualizing game systems as something in the actual game world always feels good. I like that.
I like that too.
All right, I think we did it.
Oh yeah, Errol, you actually have to balance on the rails. Like you have to stay on top of them, and you cannot just let the stick go. You cannot just like hold forward. Like no, it's actually pretty difficult, and if you don't, you'll fall off.
And they lean into that in Heroes, I believe.
No, in Heroes you don't have to balance, but in
there's just a lot of hellish rail areas in that one.
There's a lot of enemies on the rails. Okay, here's Knuckles. I
Oh,
think,
now, oh god, here we go.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to switch Knuckles.
Yeah, you could easily just soft lock here, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, so the climbing is the big problem with Knuckles from what I recall.
Yeah, you're just kind of like holding your breath every time that you get on a wall, and you pray that you can get off of it. Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
already. Oh, you're stuck.
Oh,
Oh no, you got out. Okay, it is very rare
Yeah.
that you can get out.
at least you're not locked from flying if you've stopped flying once.
Yeah,
Like you can just start flying again or
you
gliding.
can
or whatever.
refly. Yeah,
If you couldn't do that, it would be practically impossible.
yeah. Great.
I think that's the last one.
I think that's it.
No,
Go hit the switch.
apparently
No,
not.
one might have gone out. Hmm. Oh, 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 oh.
I don't think they do go
Uh,
out in this one, so
Oh, really?
I must have missed
Huh.
one. But I think they only go out in the one with silver.
Or is there a switch in front of the door? Because I
Maybe.
think that's what you had to do with Sonic, was that you just had to hit the switch in front of the door. Well, no, I guess not.
Okay, well I guess we're just gonna fly around here until we see the.
We either,
Oh, there
either
it
missed
is.
one. Yeah, there it is. Boom. There
or
we go.
not.
Wait. Over
Do they
here?
go out?
I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. I remember having to do this very fast.
Oops.
Well, we got it.
I got it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I like hitboxes. Those are good. The hitbox was in our favor that time.
Oh no.
Well.
Well, there's a ring here.
Game did not give you much of a choice there. What? Come on. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, going out.
No.
So much gusto.
There we go.
Oh, we got it. Little touch and go there for a second.
Yeah.
But we did get a checkpoint. We did get a checkpoint.
Whoa. Okay, I'm thinking that after the Iblis fight that's coming up, we might call it for the night.
Good.
Does that
Yeah,
sound
I
good?
can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I mean, where else would you end other than like another Fantasy Star ass Fantasy Star boss? Why not? Maybe it's just because this game was released in that same. I feel like so much of this game. I feel so much Fantasy Star Universe in this game for some reason. Fantasy Star Universe even has an area that looks like this.
Yeah,
so.
it does. It really does. Then again, I mean, caves with magma, like.
Right, yeah,
it's
like
gonna
even
look
original-
one way, but yeah.
Even original PSO had caves with magma, but which again is conveniently like the level everybody hates. Is this the game where, like, when you get the worst score possible, like, the band is out of tune and everything, or is that...
yeah, I think this is that's this one.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. I think that is amazing. That's the best possible thing they can do. Like, you are rewarding me for doing terrible when you play bad, out-of-tune music like that.
I found a Chaos Emerald.
Don't touch it!
How did Shadow know that?
What? What's this?
Well,
I mean, I guess it was like oddly convenient, but it's not like the
Yeah.
other Chaos Emeralds have also not just been floating around.
yeah, that's a good point.
I never found out why they didn't have like just like Let's see, like there was no loading screen before this one,
No.
but now we get
Now
a loading
there is
screen.
one. I'm wondering if the emulator is actually skipping a couple of them every now and then, because this is its pacing is way faster than I remember,
Yeah.
and the transition to the loading screen is way faster than I remember too. So I think like you're getting a lot of emulator. Like we've gotten way farther in 2 hours than we normally would.
Yeah.
Because the emulator helped out. This actually was a boon to us.
I think if I recall correctly, like there was a recently like some new exploit found on this boss fight after years of people thinking there was no way to speed it up because it's basically an auto-scroller.
Yeah, because you can't really do much. There's probably a way to get over there much sooner. Oop.
God,
Yeah, that works.
The camera is so frustrating when you
can't just like get it to focus on the boss, which is ideally what you would want in this fight. Let's see, do we have to do them all in one go, or is it just...
No, it's just one, but it needs to be
Okay.
when this thing happens.
Oh, right.
So I just hope I
okay.
wasn't too early. No,
Oh, yeah, good.
it's 4
There
of
we
those,
go.
I think.
Yeah. I love this just weird, like, we have no elegant way to put the player back, so we're just gonna do this. We're just throwing the player all the way back to the start of the
I
arena.
never trust this, although I don't think
No,
I ever died from it.
I am pretty sure I've seen people do inputs there and get thrown into
Oh yeah,
lava,
if you do
so-
inputs, definitely.
That's why I don't
just
press
don't
anything.
touch anything.
There's like one point in time where you kind of just trust the video game, and
Oh.
well, that was very rude.
Indeed. Okay, there's rings at least. At least this boss fight does have pretty decent amount of rings. So
Oh yeah, they're everywhere. Okay.
Okay. Wait.
What you gonna do, friendo? Oh, is he coming? Is he gonna take it now?
I
No.
think it's now.
Okay, I think, after he spits, I think he just comes right for it. Come on. It's candy. You want it. There you go. Get that candy.
It does basically look like rock candy.
It does. It probably, if it's purple, it probably tastes good. Unless it's actually grape flavored, and then I don't like grape.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of grape either, actually. Grape soda can be okay, but
It's not very grape.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna actually try and not get hit this time. Oh, it worked.
Amazing.
The game didn't like that.
You successfully video gamed.
Oh wow.
That is not.
I am
That is not the trajectory I thought those rocks were taking.
genuinely surprised I didn't get hit there.
Yeah, just kind of shocked there. But, like, the rocks came out, and that is not the trajectory I saw them taking. Just what?
Okay, let's see. I think first it's gonna toss things. Yep.
Yep. Oh, nice. Light it up. There we go. Trick or treat, motherfucker.
I feel like this design would work better as a small enemy.
Probably.
It has a very like a larva style thing going for it, and it just kind of looks odd this big.
Yeah. It looks like it's a model that just got sized up.
Yeah.
Like, it was maybe a normal enemy at some point, and they were like, what if it was bigger?
Oh.
Yeah, just dunked on. There you go. Feels good. Good God, this is a 5-minute boss fight.
It really is, yeah. Okay.
Oh! There we go. There we go. There we go.
Is that already glowing? I'm gonna look at the replay on my laptop.
Oh! Here we go.
Oh right, because it does a fake out this time. That's why it's already glowing.
Yeah.
Dazed from the impacts. Now's your chance, Sonic.
There we go.
Now's my chance. Yeah, if I can get.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Where'd he go?
Oh.
Oh, he's just all the way back over there now. Okay. We just gotta do that again.
Oh.
Well, okay.
I think the most evil boss fake out is still Egg Viper from Sonic
Egg Viper's
Adventure.
last hit. It's so good!
It is beautiful.
I couldn't even be mad the first time I played that game, and it got me. I can't even be mad about that. It's literally stupid and funny, and I fell for it.
Watch out, he's up to something.
It's literally the most Robotnik thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I be mad about that?
This is like, the game is surprisingly fair by giving you a warning. It's just...
Yeah, like, and like, you can see him kind of turning toward you. Like, it's not, like, out of nowhere.
Okay,
Come on,
time.
you want it. You want it.
Okay, it's doing that annoying
Oh. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
There you go! That's how we do it.
I also love how like the death animation for the boss is also its own cutscene every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that was also unique to Phantasy Star Universe, is that every boss just go. It has to stop and load a cutscene to just do the death boss's unique death.
No problem.
See, I don't know how you do that any faster. It's just like, yeah, it's a scene.
Well, if you don't miss the first one, but then
Right,
again,
I guess-
then how'd you get an A?
Yeah, like what's the margin for error here?
Chaos control.
Having our DBZ moment. Hold on.
I love how every game that involves the chaos control in the story changes what the chaos control does.
Yeah, and like it is a MacGuffin that can be anything they want it to be and do anything they want it to do. It's great.
It's like people love to compare it to the Dragon Balls, but like no, the Dragon Balls have one very specific purpose. You summon a dragon and ask for a wish. Like
Chaos control is literally what the plot needs at that point in time.
yeah.
Where did Shadow and Rouge go? Did they appear someplace else?
Those two can take care of themselves.
We have to go back, Marty.
Gonna turn you into a mod in the chat.
Yo,
There we go.
sick. I have a sword now. Beware, everybody. You're done. Time is over.
I also love like they like create this very convenient time travel thing, but they never go back to a point where it would be like useful for them to actually like stop things happening.
like, there are definite things you could do with time travel here to actually make this situation not happen the way that it has, and we just don't do that.
Yeah, I think the one time is when, Eggman at least dies for a moment.
Yeah.
That's the only time.
The only time we actually are smart about how we use time travel.
Alright, let's see. Got disable performance mode, which I activated halfway through the stream because I realized that might be a good idea.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a smart thing.
I really hope that, like, this actually has a functioning save system.
I mean, now's the time to find out, right? Now's the time to select exit and see what happens.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Yeah, exit the main menu and see what happens.
I'm gonna restart.
Just gonna do a whole emulator restart. Yeah, let's see if that actually is saved. I think is a fun thing to do.
Yeah. I'm also gonna remove my visible gamepad. There we go. I think the emulator crashed.
Oh, good. I mean, what else did I expect, really?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the ideal outcome of a Sonic 06 run.
Right? Like, what else could you possibly want from a Sonic 06 stream? This is how it's supposed to go.
Exactly. But, yeah. Thank you so much for joining on this.
A great time!
Yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing it at some point.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone in the chat as well. You were wonderful. And let's see. Do you have any upcoming stream planned, Polly?
Hold on. I thought I did. Wait, I do. No, not this week because this week's really busy. So I'm probably actually not doing anything until next week, and even then, I don't know what it would be. But I mean, you want to find out? Like, I'm there in the chat. I'm Polyhead.
Yeah.
You just follow that if you want.
Let's see.
You see my big dumb head on your screen for some reason, and hear my big dumb stupid words coming out of the holes into your ear holes. If that's something you think that you want to be a part of, you can do that.
I think my next stream is on, let's see, Thursday, and that will be... What am I streaming then?
You're screaming Pokemon.
No, I'm not. Pokemon is...
Your schedule! I saw it!
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vampire the Masquerade.
Right.
Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York, the Vampire the Masquerade visual novel.
Cool.
Yes, that's the plan for them. And then Pokemon this weekend, provided I can set up my Elgato properly.
Right.
If I can't, I will probably switch to Skyrim or something. Yes. Thank you so much again. And bye-bye.
Bye!